Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, so Rick's Smiley Morning Show. Time for the hot spot, y'all. Hey, we want to apologize. We had some really, really bad technical difficulties this morning, so we had a hard time trying to get all this equipment going or whatever. Sometimes it do that. So we're going to start this morning show off with the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Rickey? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat, and this is the Hot Spot, but we bring you music, movies, and more, so let's get off into it. Well, y'all, the journey to rebuild Jamaica continues, and 21 Savage has joined the effort. Him and his Leading by Example Foundation are diving headfirst in response to the devastation left by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. Now, the Emergency Match campaign has partnered with Cedella Marley and Rohan Marley on behalf of the Bob and Rita Marley Foundation's relief effort. 21's grandmother and step-grandmother are both from Jamaica, and he has plenty of family members that still live there. In fact, he was just visiting them in September, shortly before the storm broke out. Now, as you also may know, DJ Khaled, Sean Paul, Maxi Priest, and a host of others have started their own initiatives as well. I know for a fact that Mona Scott Young flew a plane down there and packed it up with all kinds of stuff to help in the relief effort. So let's just keep them in our prayers, and we need to try to figure out how we can help as much as we can. All right, y'all, Kim Kardashian, she is richer than ever. When you thought she couldn't get no more richer, well, she did. This week, Wednesday, her apparel company Skims announced that it has raised $225 million in new funding, pushing its value to $5 billion. This added an extra $200 million to Kim's net worth. Oh my goodness, she is now worth $1.9 billion, and according to Forbes estimates, that's up from $1.7 billion before the new updates. Skim has expanded from shapewear into everything from t-shirts and pajamas to jackets and men's hoodies, and now they've even partnered with Nike to sell all types of activewear and clothing. So congratulations to Kim Kardashian. Last but not least, Kanye West recently met with Rabbi Yosef Pinto to apologize for his anti-Semitic remarks about the Jewish community. Now, Ye was holding Pinto's hand when he said, "I feel really blessed to sit here and take accountability. I was dealing with various issues. I was dealing with bipolar also, so I would take the ideas I had and forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to take accountability." He believes that these are the first steps in building brick by brick for the strong walls in repairing his relationship with the Jewish community. And as you may know, he's already been under fire for his repeated anti-Semitic commentary, which resulted in corporations such as Universal Music Corp, Balenciaga, Gap, and Adidas cutting ties with him. So let's just hope he keeps up this, taking accountability. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at So Brat. Coming up next, we got Rock T with the Lord Have Mercy. Joke of the day. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, so Rick's Smiley Morning Show is about that time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Rickey? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more, so let's get off into it. Well, y'all, the journey to rebuild Jamaica continues, and 21 Savage and The Weeknd have joined the effort. 21 Savage and his Leading by Example Foundation are diving headfirst in response to the devastation left by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. The Emergency Match campaign has partnered with Cedella Marley and Rohan Marley on behalf of the Bob and Rita Marley Foundation's relief effort. Also, The Weeknd has donated $350,000 from his XO Humanitarian Fund to relief efforts in Jamaica also. His donation will benefit the World Food Program with the goal of helping a target of 200,000 Jamaicans who were impacted by the Category 5 storm. Now, as you may know, DJ Khaled, Sean Paul, Maxi Priest, and many others have also started their own initiatives as well to help in this situation. We're still praying for Jamaica. Also, Mona Scott Young has been doing major things for them over there too. I think she sent a plane or something over there with like lots of things to help. So that's amazing. Let's keep them in our prayers, like I said. All right, y'all, moving on. Diddy is making headlines again, this time for his unexpected role he has taken inside prison. Former inmate Raymond Castillo told Us Weekly that Diddy brought unity to the unit with his Free Game with Diddy program, describing how the class has shifted the atmosphere at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. He explained that everybody was segregated before he stepped in. Even counselors, case managers, assistant wardens saw the impact. Castillo explained that Diddy taught inmates how to make a realistic, successful plan and the sacrifices and the steps we had to take to see it through. He said the lesson showed them that everything in life has value and purpose and meaning to it. Daily homework included reading for an hour, taking notes, and sharing them for feedback. This is pretty cool. Castillo said that the class was empowering them and giving them hope and hopefully helps them land jobs shortly after their release. He said that Diddy believes he found his purpose and he hopes to bring the program to juvenile facilities once he is free. So congratulations to Diddy on that. And last but not least, Drake quietly parted ways with the booking agent he shared a long time with rival Kendrick Lamar earlier this year, in a move largely quietly kept to avoid media scrutiny. Drake and former longtime partner agent Brat Smith of Wasserman Music have not worked together for most of 2025 pretty much, due in part to the fallout over last year's feud with Kendrick and the release of his Not Like Us diss track. Drake has been repped by Smith for more than a decade. Now he will reportedly be repped by CAA, by a team led by Daryl Eaton. So he left them. He didn't want to be with nobody that was associated with that. He's still kind of bitter, I guess, about that. He changing everybody that has anything to do with Kendrick Lamar. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hotspot on that note. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up next, y'all, we got Dwight Stone with the Praise Mix Down. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Brat.
What up?
Can I,
Nope.
Can I say something?
Nope.
I can't.
Nope.
Well, I said tomorrow. Then don't worry about it.
Oh, boy. All right.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 after the hour. Y'all time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, but we bring you music, movies, and more, so let's get off into it. We can now add Roberta Flack to the list of legendary singers set to get her own biopic. The North Carolina native, who passed away earlier this year, will be the subject of a new scripted film from Good Morning America host Robin Roberts and her Rockin' Robins Productions. Now, Roberta Flack, best known for Killing Me Softly, the duets The Closer I Get to You, and Where Is the Love, she became the first solo artist to win Record of the Year at the Grammys with The First Time I Ever Saw Your Face. Robin Roberts' Rockin' Production Company secured the rights to Roberta Flack's life story and will also develop a documentary based on her life. Roberta Flack passed away in February from complications due to Lou Gehrig's disease, and she was only 88 years old. So rest in peace again to her. We miss her. She brought us some hits, man. People love them songs. The Closer I Get to You, Where Is the Love?
Oh,
man,
yeah.
The First Time I Ever Saw Your Face, them still go hard. All right, y'all, moving on. Eminem and his longtime manager, Paul Rosenberg, have just inked a multi-year partnership with the Detroit Lions to executive produce the Detroit Lions Thanksgiving halftime show. Now, the Lions recently made this announcement that Slim Shady and Rosenberg will consult the franchise on all aspects of the halftime show's production and presentation for the next 2 years. Now, Jesse Collins Entertainment will produce the halftime show, and in recent years, Boozy, Jack Harlow, and Big Sean have served as performers headlining in Detroit. Many fans hoped that They hopped in the comments. I'm talking about hope. They hopped into the comments with hopes that Eminem would be selecting himself to perform at this year's game, but he ain't said nothing about that yet. No announcements have been made yet for the 2025 halftime show at Ford Field, which will feature hometown Lions taking on their NFC North Division rival, Green Bay Packers, in the traditional Turkey Day showdown.
Let's go
Y'all
Lions,
be watching
baby.
football on Turkey Day, Roxy?
What? Come on, man.
Yeah, that's
the best day to watch. That's historic.
That's
You
historic.
eat, and then you turn the game on.
Yes,
What
sir.
about people that don't want to watch football? You make them go in another room?
Yeah.
Don't come over there.
They ain't got no choice. Ain't
Your
watching
ass
that.
at home.
Not don't come
Yeah,
over
you don't.
there.
Yeah, don't come over there. 'Cause you know that the football gonna be on all TV. What else we gonna watch? Color Purple.
Yes, for some people that don't want to watch football. or don't
I think
want
everybody. I mean, even if you don't watch football, you know
watch
that
it
the
on
Dallas
Thanksgiving.
Cowboys and the Redskins gonna play,
The game gonna be on.
and the game gonna be on. Or the Lions
And the
or somebody.
Lions. Cowboys
Yeah.
and Lions play every Thanksgiving.
There you go.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Well, it's slated
that's
for 1
tradition.
p.m. on Turkey Day. So
Yeah, it better be on your TV. Even if I'm not having
what time do
Thanksgiving
y'all
with
eat,
you,
though?
and if you
All
don't
day.
have it on your TV, me and you gonna have a problem.
But do y'all eat first or watch the game
We
first?
eat first.
Both. Okay. About 2 o'clock.
Yeah, then you turn the game. If the game come on while you eating, you just turn the game on. It's
Why
a
you
thing.
eating?
Yeah,
Wow.
it better be on at your house, and I'm not gonna be there with you for Thanksgiving. I'm
Well, I
gonna be
hope
with my
y'all
family,
mute
but
it
it
for-
need to
I
be
hope
on
you
your
mute it
house,
for
or
the
man, you
crate.
gonna have a problem.
I don't want to
my
have a
gosh.
football game on at my house.
I promise you, it's gonna
They
be
can go
on there.
downstairs in the basement and watch that. On the main TV, it's going to be a nice family show.
Well, you ain't having no real Thanksgiving.
Let me get to this story, y'all, because this is a little odd. It's very different. This is a collab that we ain't never see coming, y'all. Nicki Minaj is partnering with the Trump administration to address the United Nations. She will reportedly join the U.S. ambassador to the UN to deliver remarks today in New York City, spotlighting violence committed against Christians in Nigeria. The ambassador to the UN complimented Nicki in a tweet, calling her principled individual who refuses to remain silent in the face of justice. Nicki tweeted her appreciation, writing a post, "Ambassador, I am so grateful to be entrusted with an opportunity of this magnitude. I do not take it for granted. It means more than you know." Nicki's involvement was reportedly arranged by one of Trump's media advisors, who is also expected to speak at this event today. This comes after the Grammy-nominated artist praised Donald Trump earlier this month for threatening military action against Nigeria over what he called the slaughter of Christians. What Special K? I heard that.
Yeah, no.
What?
Now, anytime Trump reaches out to somebody like that he looks at as an influencer or something in the black community, there's always some diabolical
Plot that
intention
goes
behind
with it.
It's,
Yeah.
it's never clean.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's never
Yeah.
clean. So it's best to just kind of keep your distance if you are a celebrity. You know.
Yeah, because you just never know.
'Cause even though it sounds good on the surface, there's always something underneath
Right.
that's
Yeah.
sinister and it's diabolical.
Like, what's the backstory? What does he want?
Don't
from
do
you?
it.
Right. What you want in return.
You're being used.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Oof. All right, y'all. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. And you can catch me on all my social media, Brat. Why don't you hit us up for them wake-up calls at 866-9-RICKEY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's about that time for the hot spot. What you got, Brat?
What up, Rickey? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, The Game has opened up about his dating past and expressed regret over the way he's handled some of his relationships. He sat down with Snoop Dogg, Big Boy, Matt Barnes, and Deion Cole for Kirk Franklin's latest Den of Kings episode. And at one point, he started reflecting on the women he did wrong, and here's what he had to say.
Sometimes, like when I was in my 20s and my 30s, it was just an exchange. You know what I'm saying? It was, hey, I'm giving you this, we having our moment, and then I'm gonna get back to my life, you get back to yours. No emotions because you're young. Everybody got their whole life ahead of them. When you get in your 40s, man, you start feeling like you womanizing and I'm taking emotions home with me. I'm like not sleeping good after that because I feel like I had no pure intentions for this person, and this person is also late, 30s or, mid 30s, and they got a life. But when you're older and you know that woman has trauma from her past relationship and all of that, and dinner is cool. But then once you start getting intimate with people and you know for sure that they are invested in you even a little bit, and you ain't talking to this person after tomorrow, man. You carry you
start feeling it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, that's growth,
Say that.
You ain't
Maturity.
get tired of running through them once you get about 50.
Yeah.
50.
50. Not 50. Oh my goodness.
That's when you want to slow down.
Yeah, and that's the time when
stupid,
you
Special
should
K.
have been slowed down. If I was a woman, I wouldn't want you. Then after 50, you ain't worth nothing no damn more.
Y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note right there. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up next, y'all, we got Dwight Stone with the Praise Mixdown. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Hey, Super Dave, like when the song go off, you're supposed to hit the button for the drop right then. It was like a dead spot. It's not good radio. Super Dave.
It's really not good radio, but I was waiting on you to say something, but you didn't.
Brett, it's the bottom of the hour. It's time for the hot spot. We're going to ignore that terrible boardwork.
Man.
Terrible.
And the blame.
It was Alfreda's, really. It was Alfreda's.
No, don't put that on.
Lord.
What you got, Brat?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Y'all stupid. Well, y'all, Usher is taking one of his longtime producers, Brian Michael Cox, and several other business associates and their attorney to court, claiming he has not been repaid in full for the 7-figure loan he made for a Buckhead restaurant that never opened. Cox has worked on some of Usher's most successful records, including Burn and You Got It Bad. Court documents state that they approached Usher last year with a proposal to open a restaurant and lounge called Homage ATL. The plan involved buying property in Buckhead. Usher allegedly declined but to become an investor and agreed instead to loan the group $1.7 million to be used for the purchase of the property. Allegedly, months later, the property still had not been bought. Over the summer, Usher asked that the loan be repaid. He says he received $1 million in August, but has not been paid the remaining $700,000. The lawyer being sued acknowledged that returning the rest of the money was not that easy because the funds had been used for other purposes. Usher is asking now for $4.9 million in damages, or $700,000 for each of the 7 claims listed in the lawsuit. As of Tuesday,
how much it costs to open up a restaurant? What you was opening up? A Ruth Chris building?
I mean, it was property in Buckhead, so you know.
Private oxtail restaurant, you know, oxtail's expensive.
Yeah, be quiet.
Ain't no
You gotta
telling
open
how
up
much
you a
he
Checkers
gave
or a
him.
Rally's.
Yeah.
A what?
Shekels or Rally.
Yeah,
Open up 27 of them for $1 million.
It took us $80,000 to open up Uptown Comedy Club. That's all it. That's what we opened that club with. $80,000.
I think they was buying the actual land too.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, how much need to go into a damn restaurant? What they serving?
But those are the damages. $4.9 million is what he's suing back for, the damages. And as of Tuesday, there have been no counterclaims or formal responses from Cox or the other defendants. That's crazy because I know they friends and they like family, but I don't know too much about it, so I don't want to put my 2 cents in until I get some more information. So y'all stay tuned and I'm going to keep y'all posted on that. All right, y'all, yesterday Nicki Minaj became the first female rapper to address the United Nations and thanked Donald Trump. Although she did not choose a particular political side, she confronted the situation in Nigeria where Trump has claimed Christians are being murdered simply for their faith. She firmly demanded urgent action for the killings, and here's what she had to say.
I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage in calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of religion or belief. In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned, families have been torn apart, and entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray.
All right, y'all. Any comments about that?
You know, what's the name had a reply to it? What's the name? Black Lives Matter, our girl. Tamika Mallory had a very, very nice reply to the Nicki Minaj aligning herself with Donald Trump or whatever. That made a lot of sense. She wasn't attacking Nicki Minaj, but just the way she laid it out.
Right.
But I think what you should do is look at Tamika Mallory's brilliant response. Whatever. We understand Nicki Minaj trying to do the right thing, but sometimes when you line up with the wrong people or whatever. But the way Tamika Mallory responded was just it was.
Maybe we can get that later and listen to it. All right, y'all. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media. So Brat. Coming up next, we got Rock T with that HBC. You know who we repping today, Rock T?
Brat, let's go rep Hampton University today, man. It's coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show at the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, yesterday, Nicki Minaj became the first female rapper to address the United Nations and thanked Donald Trump. Although she did not choose a particular political side, she confronted the situation in Nigeria where Trump has claimed Christians are being murdered simply for their faith. She firmly demanded urgent action for the killings, and here's what she had to say.
I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage in calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of religion or belief. In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned, families have been torn apart, and entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray.
Well, activist Tamika Mallory said this in response to Nicki Minaj's comments.
Somebody that he knows wants something from Nigeria, but they will invade Nigeria and exploit the people for their own benefit. And they will throw Nicki Minaj to the wolves because they could care less. They couldn't care less about that system. The unfortunate part about all of this is that there will forever be a stain associated with this moment that this sister will have to walk with. She will 100% see bloodshed because innocent Nigerians will be harmed and even likely killed as a result of whatever is to come. And she will have that on her hands. He, Trump, often uses black people and black culture to harm black people here and abroad.
That's what we said yesterday.
Yeah.
She said it more eloquently, but that's and they gonna. I think some people ain't gonna never learn.
Yeah. So what?
Some people will never learn not to attach yourself to somebody like that has no true feeling about what they're saying.
Right.
If it's not lining his pockets, have y'all not seen by now this man don't have no integrity or no character?
Yeah, that's why I had y'all to play that clip or whatever, you know.
He said,
to give it some, appreciate that.
And ain't gonna forever be attached to whatever he does, and he gonna use you as cover.
Right. Yeah.
I hate it. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at SoSoBrat. Coming up next, y'all, we got the Praise Mixdown with Dwight Stone. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, Martha Stewart is back joining forces with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre because she is now the newest brand partner for their Still Gin spirited beverage. Yes, indeed. She's been enlisted not to only promote the brand, but also share her own recipes using the signature gin. Her signature cocktail is called Watermelon, which includes watermelon, lime juice, cucumber bitters, cane syrup, and Still Gin. It's billed as an elevated take on gin and juice. The partnership isn't as surprising as it might initially seem because Martha Stewart and Snoop have maintained what she describes an unbreakable friendship as they collaborated on various projects over the years. They've also partnered on products like wine, Bic lighters and smoking accessories, CBD products, TV shows, sketchers, and cookbooks. So I continue that to be a long-lasting relationship, and I'm happy that Martha. What you think, Gary? You looking at me crazy?
Yes, I am,
She's
honey.
smart.
Yeah, she may be smart, but honey, she's fine. Said the hell with it. I might as well go ahead and be me. I'm gonna name it Watermelon when I'm working with you two Negroes, and this is what it's gonna be.
No, it's made with watermelon.
Yeah.
Gary.
Why she couldn't make it peachy?
Because it's lime juice, cucumber bitters, cane syrup, and their gin.
Watermelon.
Right. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Y'all gonna get it on the way home, honey. Yeah,
trying to keep the black man down. Next they're gonna come out with chicken.
Exactly, chicky.
If Snoop and Dre didn't have a problem with it being called watermelon, it has watermelon in it.
That's the problem. It got cucumber in it too, Brad. Why could it be cucumber?
Because that's not cute as watermelon.
Oh, see, y'all
brainwashed. We don't eat chicken and watermelon in public.
Okay, yeah.
Martha Stewart eat watermelon and chicken.
She should have named the one in there because that sounds racist, honey.
No.
Put in watermelon.
Oh my God,
and you're working with black people.
You always got to find the worst, most negative thing you could say. Martha Stewart ain't never did nothing to you, never.
That's the problem.
What's the problem?
She ain't never done nothing for me, honey.
I said to you. She ain't got to do nothing for you.
I just don't like that.
Man, don't pay attention to Martin Luther with the T.
Okay, Miss Watermelon.
All right, y'all. Oh, God. Moving on, y'all. Samuel Jackson had no problem saying yes when he was asked to join forces with Kendrick Lamar for the Super Bowl halftime show in February in New Orleans. And while Jackson thought he was signing up for another one of his many acting gigs, he told Jimmy Kimmel that he had no idea he was signing up to be Uncle Sam in the Revolution, y'all. Here's what he had to say.
I had no idea about any of that until we actually did dress rehearsal.
That was the first time you knew you were going to be, dressed as Uncle Sam?
That was the first time I knew we were doing a revolution. I mean, I knew I was dressing as Uncle Sam, but I just thought that was like, okay, fine, it's an Uncle Sam thing, and it's not. But then all of a sudden, when dress rehearsal starts, it's like, I'm doing it. I turn around and said, wait a minute, that's flag. They're making a flag up there. And now I'm going, now it's revolutionary.
That's when you figured it out right then?
It never occurred to me. I just thought it was just me being Sam, with an Uncle Sam suit. Uncle Sam.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Man, you better find out what you're signing up for because you never know. I mean, but he was just paid, I guess, to do an acting gig. And he got his money and did what he had to do. Well, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com and you can catch me on all my social media. All right, y'all, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show at the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Rickey? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat, and this is the hot spot, but we bring you music, movies, and more, so let's get off into it. Well, y'all, the Fugees member Pras Michael has been hit with a 14-year prison sentence and 3 years of probation, handed down after his conviction on conspiracy and illegal foreign lobbying charges. Bruh, I don't even know what that means. Prosecutors say he illegally funneled millions of dollars from a Malaysian billionaire, Jolo, into Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign. The scheme allegedly used straw donors to hide the real source of the money. Can somebody tell me what a straw donor is?
Let me look that up. I think that's someone... Let me look it up.
I ain't even going to try to pretend.
I'm not.
Bruh, I'm sitting here like, what in the world? How do you find stuff like this to even get into?
Right.
And in 2023, a federal jury found him guilty on 10 counts, including witness tampering and foreign lobbying. The judge denied his request for a new trial, and he's been ordered to pay around $64 million due to the illicit proceeds linked to his lobbying and campaign finance crimes. He plans to appeal this sentence, calling the 14-year term completely disproportionate. His defense argues that the actions are not meant to secretly influence U.S. policy and that the sentencing guidelines are too harsh in this case. Now, did you figure it out?
Yeah, it's a straw donor is someone who gives money to a political campaign on behalf of someone else to hide the real source of the money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You do it to get around donation limits, to hide foreign money, or to avoid being connected to certain politicians.
Somebody had to, if this did happen like this, somebody had to explain that to him and tell him what that was, I'm sure, because I would have no idea. Hey, yo, let me get in on this political campaign and let me get a couple straw donors up out your life. Right. I don't understand. All right, y'all. Moving on, Meg Thee Stallion is currently in court for her defamation trial against blogger Milagro Grams. Now, Grams made a string of posts, one of which included a deepfake porn video believed to be real. real by many online. And yesterday, Meg took to the stand and she broke down crying while talking about a PSA she once did for suicide prevention. She tearfully told jurors she knows what it feels like to not want to live anymore, and went into detail about the toll that the ordeal with Tory Lanez and Milagro has taken on her. Earlier this week, her former manager T. Ferris took to the stand and revealed that Meg has spent over $240,000 attending a 4-week therapy session to deal with the emotional distress caused by Grams. Now, Ferris detailed in court about how Megan came in tears and even apologized for him having to witness the video, sparking her decision to undergo therapy. Now, Meg's attorneys officially went on record saying that she's been diagnosed with PTSD. T. Ferris also firmly denied Milagro's claims that he and Meg had been in a romantic relationship, claiming that they had a brother-sister relationship. This is crazy. People are crazy, and they will do anything. So let's keep Meg lifted in prayer, because you never know what people are going through, y'all. And I mean, therapy is expensive, but dang, $240,000? Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's a lot. But I mean, it's worth it for your mental health. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure all that Tory Lanez stuff, all that stuff was a lot on somebody. Then you got to deal with the world turning on you when you ain't do nothing. You the one that got shot in the feet.
Right.
Like, that is absolutely crazy. All right, y'all, we're going to
And
wrap up
perform and write lyrics.
Come on. Exactly.
And try to have a relationship.
Smile for the
and
cameras.
Smile. And smile. Absolutely.
And be broken inside. A lot of us be broken inside sometimes, and y'all don't even know. Y'all just think everything is great because you see money and you see fame and all that, but it ain't like that. We are all human. You know what I'm saying?
A public success and a private mess.
Come on now. I love that. Yes. All right, y'all. We're going to wrap the hot spot on up. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media. So Brat. Coming up next, we got Rock T with that HBC. You know who we repping today, Rock T?
Brat, let's go holler at South Carolina State University.
Man.
That's next on Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot. It's the BR18.
All right, man. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Oh, my God. Y'all so stupid. Oh, Lord. Okay. Chadwick Boseman was honored by his widow, Simone Ledward Boseman, Black Panther director Ryan Coogler, and Viola Davis at the late actor's emotional Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony. Yesterday, his wife, Simone, accepted the honor on his behalf, and in her speech, she honored him, saying, "Chad, today we recognize a lifetime of artistry. We recognize your skill and your devotion, and we cement your legacy as a hero and an icon. You lived with honor, and you walked with truth. You were as brilliant as you were beautiful, and you were kind. We love you, we miss you, we thank you." And in Coogler's emotional speech, he remembered Boseman as an incredibly humble teacher and spoke to his generosity throughout his career. He noted that Boseman attended every single audition and every single callback throughout the Black Panther casting process, and the actor was incredibly generous with his time on set, even while undergoing cancer treatment. So congratulations go out to Chadwick Boseman, and may he rest in peace. All right, y'all, moving on. Snoop Dogg is back with the third installment of his cookbook series, and this time it's dedicated to the world of baking, which include edible delights. Treats to Eat is the new 55 recipe cookbook that allows bakers an option to seed some weed where they see fit. The New York Times certified his previous cookbooks as bestsellers, so Treats to Eat might not disappoint. He points out his favorite delicacies are cupcakes, oatmeal raisin cookies, and exclusive nuggets, ganja snaps, and peanut butter brittle, and all that special stuff. There's even an alcoholic drink recipe inspired by Martha Stewart. So congratulations go out to Snoop Dogg for his cookbook, Treats to Eat. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at So Brat.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
Brittany Griner asked you to make her a hot pocket. You don't make it this. She slap you. What you gonna do?
Put my thumb in my mouth.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.